In this video, we are going to discuss about archiving the assets. Let's get started. Before discussing about archived assets, let's see how many ways we can delete the assets. So there are multiple ways. One is soft delete and you can say hard delete. Third one is archive. Archive is not exactly delete, but it's kind of a variant, you can say. So soft delete is like similar way how recycle bin works in our Windows. So if we do soft delete, it will move to trash, and from trash it will clear up after a certain number of days. That number is configured. Hard delete is like immediately it gets deleted. Yesterday we have seen that, previous video we have seen that through code we can just delete directly, and even on the asset detail page we can delete directly. But when we have seen the asset search page, we were doing the trash. So that's a kind of a soft delete. The third option here is archiving the assets. So archiving the asset means that Container provides a kind of a functionality where if there are certain number of assets, maybe very old assets, which we are not going to use, which containers are not going to use much, but obviously they don't want to delete as well. So for them, this is the option, like archiving them. It won't appear in the normal asset detail pages and all, but it will be like a archived asset. There would be specially designated page for that. From there they can retrieve. And there is also a concept called cold tire and what you call hot tire. Cold tire. This is a concept of blobs. So same, hot tire will store that frequently used files, which are like currently very active files. So and cold tire is kind of archived files, archived assets, which are not which are infrequently used files. So that's a concept here. Let's see how we can do from UI first, then we can go for the code. So let's go here, and again let's see. Yeah, I'm already logged into Sandbox and assets page. I'm on the asset search page. Let's go to, again, I don't want to delete the normal assets. Let's see duplicates once. So let's archive some duplicate files. So yeah, here is asset, right? So let's click this. Let's select, let it load the asset detail page. Then let's select here. You would have an option to archive. So archive and delete. This delete is a hard delete. This is archive. So I can archive it. Now accessible through public links, and archiving items will undo these changes. So also it's a kind of an infrequently used file. So these have a public links, and that won't be accessible anymore because this is asset is going to the cold tire. So that's why let's click OK. So it is taking us back to assets page, but let's see where we can find the archived assets, because these are not deleted. Let's go to manage section. Manage section, and we would have an archived assets page. Let it load. It's taking a while to load. Yep, archived assets. So here we can see 4 items. So this is the one which we just archived it. And little bit about this message: non-essential rendition will be deleted after a certain number of days. Rendition used for previewing asset thumbnail preview will be kept. So after archiving the assets after a certain number of days, this is configurable. This is by default, it is 30. I just change it to 1 day. So after this certain number of days, each asset will have a number of renditions, be it actually original file as well as alternative file, preview, thumbnail, and metadata and some other PDF or some other formats, some other different renditions. So what happens when we move to cold tier is, I mean, when we are archiving asset is, all these non-essentials renditions will be moved to cold tier. So only the essential renditions, in this sense, essential renditions are to show here that this is a thumbnail, and even if you go to detail page, that would be showing one more preview and one small thumbnail. So those are essential renditions here. Those would be kept. All other would be moved to cold tier. And when we want to unarchive this item, we can do the unarchive and it will be restored again. Okay, and that means it is moving from that cold tier to hot tier again, and if anything public links, then those would be accessible again. So if we go to here again, it would be available. So that's a little bit about archiving the assets. Code is pretty straightforward, there is nothing much. So anyway, here just to verify, let's see whether it got restored or not. And has duplicate is yes. Yeah, we did get this. This is a two image, and there are two more things we need to see. As I was telling, the duration is configurable. Let's see where it is. Again, we need to go to manage section, and let's go to settings. We can check the archive. Let it load. Yeah, so I'm searching already. This autocomplete is there. So archive, this is called archive asset cleaner. So I just made it 1, but otherwise by default it is 30 days. So number of days after which all non-essential renditions will be deleted. Renditions used for proofing will be kept. So save this. I mean, I'm just making it as a default. Now let's see also stats page. You can go back. Stats page will show us the cold tier and hot tier things. I mean the sizes of both the blobs. Stats. The actual size of the files. So usages, yeah, that's ignored. So now you can see hot tier. These are like frequently used files, and public links are available, and we can access through public links. But cold tier blob, which are not accessible and which are kind of archived assets. So both the sizes we can see. And let's go back to the code. Let's go back to the code. I've already wrote the new option again, archive asset by entity ID. Let's quickly run, and we also want to get one ID to archive. And one thing is, archived is in this is a, I mean from the coding perspective, that is means we are changing the status. So you all remember the final lifecycle status, right? So whatever we are seeing assets here, these are all approved. If we go to create, those are all created assets. I mean those are all final lifecycle status created. Review means in the review, and rejected means we can have in that rejected state. So this is called final lifecycle status for each asset. And when we do archiving, that means the final lifecycle is changed from approved to archived. And also we cannot change asset status from create or review other states to archived state. We can only make that change from the approved assets. So if you are trying to from the code, if you are trying to archive the asset from create or review state to archived state, then it will throw an error, it will throw an exception. So let's first get just get one, just a sec. Has duplicate, yes. We just need an ID. just a sec. Yeah, 29892. Let's pick it, and this is a 9th option for us. Archive assets by entity ID 9. So let's put it 29892. Entity ID with 29892 archived successfully. So let's close this now. Yeah, anyway, it's just there in the, rather than going to there. So it should have this fruitful orange photo shoot here in the archived. Again, you see, notice here it changed to 30, and again fruitful orange photo shoot. So let's quickly look at the code. Nothing much, just a simple one line. So archived asset by ID. Yep. So m.client.asset. As I said, like, this is just updating the final lifecycle. So final lifecycle manager, archive async, and we need to pass the entity ID. If you observe this one, you have approve, archive, do direct publish. So quite a bunch of all these final lifecycle status we can update from the code. We are just archiving in this. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.